How's it going, folks? So today I'm going to be checking out a group called The City and the Church. The name of this song is Bishop Tonight 4. And this is actually like a collaboration here between members from the band Vulture City and the band Paranoia Church, hence the name The City and the Church. Really clever. I dig that. And it also features on vocals the vocalist from Steel Arctis, which, I mean, he's killer. So, yeah, I'm really curious to see what this is all about. I'm looking forward to it. So, without further ado, and apparently the song, it's inspired by John Carpenter's The Thing, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. So, it's got another thing going for it. So, yeah, let's just get on with it. Rangers, go. pretty neat song. I mean, the vocals. Oh man, the vocals were killer, really killer. Man, a lot of movement and yeah, a lot of nice screams in there and stuff. Just splendid vocals. Um, Another thing I liked about this song is the guitar work was pretty cool. A lot of times it had kind of like a dark, almost like ominous sort of feel to it, which suited the theme and stuff like that. And then I especially liked when that kind of gave way to a faster kind of riff. It kind of sped up, the tempo picked up. Almost felt a little thrashy, so that was really cool. So yeah, there were definitely some things I really liked. I thought the drum work was also really, really good. But when it first starts out and the guitar riff and stuff, and it's like it already kind of gives you an idea of how this song's going to go. Like the vibe, the mood of the song kind of becomes established, right off the rip. And yeah, like again, there's in particular, there's like the one riff where I think it does it there in the beginning, and then again after the first chorus, if I'm not mistaken, where it's kind of slow, but it's got this like again like just dark sort of ominous kind of feel to it, and I thought that was really neat. I also like there's I believe it's in the chorus, really interesting kind of melody going with the guitar. It sounds almost like eerie, the way that it's playing. So yeah, I just thought the guitar work was really good. So you kind of get into those first verses, and I was on board. I was like, well, first of all, like the vocals are just killer. I love that kind of movement in the voice and that kind of delivery. Where it doesn't feel just like, oh, bump, 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 just hitting the notes, whatever. It's like there's a lot of character and personality behind the delivery, and again, just all that movement. So just killer vocals. I like the verses. I kind of like how those go, and then again, when it kind of picks up a little bit with the tempo, and it just all sounded like really cool. And then it kind of builds up. You kind of get like that pre-chorus. I think that there was that pre-chorus there. Oh, man, if I'm not mistaken, it's like that part where he's like, we never should have let you in or whatever. It's like, I mean, it's a little repetitive, but the vocals kind of helps really sell that because he really just gives a lot there, like especially with like the scream, when it just. Yeah, it just almost feels like it's lamenting almost like, oh man, like we never should have let this thing in, anywho. But then you get to the chorus, and in my opinion, the chorus, it falls a little flat. Like the chorus, I would say, is like the weakest link of this song, because it's quite dynamic. There's some good movement. There's some good variety and like the guitar work as it goes and the different things like that. But then you get to the chorus, and then the chorus ends up just feeling a little bit static. Yeah, you have the guitar kind of doing that neat little melody, but it's mainly like that the vocal melody. It just doesn't feel like it really goes anywhere. It almost, like I said, it almost just feels sort of static, like you're kind of just stuck in place. It just feels like the chorus should have a little bit more going for it. Because as it stands, it just. The way it is, it just feels like, again, it's like almost the song comes grinding to a halt in a way, and you're kind of just like, oh, okay, just the way that it's going, you kind of just ready for the song to kind of start going again after that, and like a chorus shouldn't really be that way. Well, technically, I guess no part of a song should be where you're just like, oh, okay, just kind of waiting for that part to finish so you can get to another part. You should be engaged, like, throughout. But yeah, it's like my attention started just kind of waning a little bit, like during the chorus, because again, it just doesn't really feel like it goes anywhere, and it just, yeah, it just feels like it kind of just drags on. If just, yeah, I mean, it just doesn't really capture. And then so after that chorus ends and the other stuff kind of starts going again, I was like, oh, okay, I was back on board. And I was wondering like if my thoughts would change as the song went, and it didn't. I mean, like you get like some nice verses again, that nice quick kind of tempo pickup. You get to the second chorus there, and I felt the same. I felt the same. But you get really nice solo and stuff in there. Guitar solo, was wicked. All of that was really cool there, like in the bridge and stuff. And then, the music changes like a little bit. Again, it gets kind of like dark again, which was really cool. And while he's like singing, "We should have like never let you in." And again, it's like, even though that's like repetitive, his vocal work on it really helps a lot, So yeah, I thought that part was pretty cool. And then you kind of get to like the final choruses, and when I say choruses, I mean several. Like it feels like it goes 3 or 4 times repeated, and this isn't the kind of chorus where it's benefited from repeating. Because like as I said before, it just feels like everything kind of grinds to a halt, becomes quite static, and so by having it 3 or even just 2+ times, it just gets a bit redundant. And here again, like I said, I think it goes like 3 times, if not 4. And I was like, okay, they're still going with this chord. Like it's still just going and going. And the vocalist, try as he might, like he was throwing in some little extra things, with his voice, with the movement and stuff. But like even that just couldn't save like that melody, like that approach, that just the overall approach in the song to like the chorus. So yeah, it just really feels like it's dragging on there at the end. So yeah, that was unfortunate. Again, not the kind of chorus to me anyway that should be repeated. And then you get that nice little musical outro kind of thing, which was neat. So yeah, it's like there's a lot I liked about it. I liked the vibe. I thought the guitar work was really good. The song's got a heaviness to it, but also like a darkness, especially in some spots in particular. And the vocals were insane, and most of the melodies were good. But that vocal melody there in the chorus, it just really feels like the chorus drags the song down a little bit, and the chorus would just need to be a bit stronger. And to me, that would take the song up a notch, because there's a lot of cool stuff here. Clearly, a lot of talent involved. But yeah, ultimately, it's just I keep getting hung up on that chorus, But anywho, still, pretty neat. I certainly enjoyed the listen. I'll be curious if this is like the beginning of, if they're going to do like an album together, these two bands, or if this is kind of just like a one-off. But yeah, neat vibe, kind of a classic, kind of like heavy metal / power metal vibe, especially in the vocals. You get some of that power heavy metal in there. So yeah, I definitely like the style. And I would definitely be up for if they continue this partnership and put together like an album or something. But anywho, let me know, folks, in the comments down below, what'd you think of this song here. Let's talk about it, and I'll catch you next time. Ranger out.